In 1903, two brothers in Milwaukee built a small engine and attached it to a bicycle frame. Nobody took it seriously. By 1965, that same machine would become the most powerful cultural symbol in American history. This is the story of how Harley-Davidson went from a backyard experiment to the soul of a nation and almost lost everything along the way. Stay with us. The ending will surprise you. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1903. William Harley is 21 years old. His friend Arthur Davidson is 20. They have a 7 by 10 foot wooden shed, a drill press, and an idea. The first Harley-Davidson motorcycle produces less than 2 horsepower. A strong man on a bicycle can outrun it. But they are not building a machine. They are building a feeling. By 1907, the little factory employs 18 workers and builds 150 motorcycles a year. By 1914, that number is 16,284. America has discovered that 2 wheels and an engine can make a man feel free. World War I changes everything. The U.S. Army orders 20,000 Harley-Davidsons. Messengers carry orders across France on them. The motorcycle becomes a weapon of war and a symbol of American can-do. When the war ends, soldiers bring that feeling home with them. The 1920s are the roaring 20s for Harley too. The V-twin engine, 2 cylinders in a V-shape, becomes the signature sound. That potato 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 exhaust note. Unmistakable. Unforgettable. By 1929, Harley-Davidson makes more motorcycles than any company on earth. Then October 29, 1929. Black Tuesday. The stock market crashes. 25% of Americans lose their jobs. Harley survives, barely, by cutting the workforce from 1,600 workers down to 400. They make 3,703 motorcycles in 1933, just 3,000, but they make them. World War II. America needs machines. Harley-Davidson shuts down civilian production entirely. Every motorcycle that rolls off the Milwaukee line goes to the military. 90,000 WLA models, called the Liberator, are built between 1942 and 1945. These motorcycles cross North Africa, fight through Italy, liberate France. An American GI on a Harley WLA is often the first soldier a liberated village sees. The motorcycle becomes, for many Europeans, the face of American freedom. Some of them still talk about it. 1945. The war ends. 1 million American soldiers come home. They have ridden motorcycles across 3 continents. They know how to handle a machine, and they want to keep that feeling, the speed, the freedom, the brotherhood of riders on American roads. 1947. Hollister, California. 4,000 motorcyclists, veterans mostly, descend on the small town for the 4th of July. Some drink too much. There are minor disturbances. Life magazine runs a photograph. The headline, Cyclist Holiday, He and Friends Terrorize Town. America Panics. A myth is born. The truth is more boring. Most riders were peaceful. But the myth of the dangerous biker, the rebel on 2 wheels, takes hold in the American imagination. And Harley-Davidson, rather than fighting it, leans into it. The outlaw becomes the brand. The 1950s. America is riding high. The economy is booming. Interstate highways are being built. Drive-in movies, rock and roll, tail fins on Chevrolets. And in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Harley-Davidson is making the best motorcycles they have ever made. (1948) The Panhead engine, named for its rocker covers that look like upside-down pans. Lighter, more powerful, more reliable than anything before it. Harley dealers can't keep them in stock. A new Panhead costs $590. A factory worker makes $65 a week, worth every penny. Daytona Beach, Florida. Every March, thousands of riders converge on the coast for Bike Week. Harley versus Indian versus everything else. The races are brutal. The speeds are terrifying. The Panhead wins. Again and again. The racing pedigree becomes a selling point in every dealership in America.
Motorcycle racing. This is the magnet which year after year draws countless thousands of spectators to circuits all over the world. And this is Solitude, seen at the German Grand Prix. One of the classic events counting towards the world.
1957, the Sportster, a smaller, lighter, faster motorcycle. Built to compete with the British Triumph BSA Norton, the Sportster will become the longest-running model in motorcycle history. It will still be in production 65 years later. Some designs are simply correct.
Two-stroke. Japan's Kunimitsu Takahashi on one of the fabulous Honda 4s. And Jim Redman, also a Rhodesian and also on a Honda.
1965, the Electra Glide, a motorcycle that changes the definition of what a motorcycle can be. Electric start, no more kickstarting, radio optional, saddlebag standard. This is not a racing machine. This is American furniture, the most comfortable way to see the most beautiful country on earth. A Harley-Davidson dealership in 1962 is a particular kind of American place. The smell of oil and leather, chrome catching the fluorescent light. A row of panheads and sportsters lined up like horses in a stable. The salesman knows every customer by name. They come in just to look sometimes. By 1965, Harley-Davidson employs 1,600 people and sells 30,000 motorcycles a year. The stock is publicly traded. The company seems invincible. In Milwaukee, nobody is worried. They have been making motorcycles for 62 years. They will make them for 62 more. Nobody sees what is coming. 1969. American Machine and Foundry, AMF, buys Harley-Davidson. They are a sporting goods company. They know bowling balls and golf clubs. They do not know motorcycles. Production doubles. Quality collapses. Dealers start calling the bikes AMF, Harley-Davidson. Meanwhile, something else is happening. Honda Motor Company of Japan runs an advertisement in American magazines. You meet the nicest people on a Honda. It is aimed at housewives, at office workers, at people who have never considered a motorcycle before. It works devastatingly well.
A motorcycle demands that the operator be alert, use common sense, and most important, always ride defensively. Every year, additional motorcycles join the four-wheel vehicles that crowd today's traffic scene. The same traffic rules and regulations.
Honda sells 90,000 motorcycles in America in 1963. By 1966, that number is 50,000. They are cheaper, lighter, and, embarrassingly, more reliable than many Harleys coming off the AMF line. The motorcycle market explodes in size, but Harley's share of it shrinks.
We know that for many years we've had difficulties with automobiles coming together at intersections. And now this difficulty has seemed to be extremely bad with motorcyclists. Police have known for years that automobile drivers did not look for one another at intersections as they ought to. And in 1967, I discovered the same thing with motorcyclists. I stood at these intersections and found that people did not observe as they ought to.
By 1969, Harley's market share has fallen from 70% to 5%. The proud Milwaukee company that survived 2 world wars and the Great Depression is being beaten by a foreign competitor making smaller, cheaper, better machines. Many people write the obituary. They are wrong. But it will be close. July 14, 1969. Easy Rider opens in American cinemas. Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper ride custom Harley-Davidson choppers from Los Angeles to New Orleans. The film costs $360,000 to make. It earns $60 million. Something happens in American culture that nobody planned. The Harley-Davidson chopper, stripped down, extended forks, ape-hanger handlebars, becomes the symbol of a generation that has lost faith in institutions. Vietnam. Assassinations. Watergate is coming. In a broken world, the open road on a Harley represents the last uncorrupted freedom. The irony is that this saves the company. When a group of Harley employees buys the company back from AMF in 1981, they are buying a brand that has become mythology. You cannot buy mythology, you inherit it. The Panhead gave it to them. Easy Rider kept it alive. This 1965 Harley-Davidson Panhead was found in a barn in Ohio, last registered in 1979. 44 years of rust and silence. The chrome that once turned heads on American highways has turned to dust. The engine that fired on the first kick hasn't moved in decades. We don't know who owned it last. We don't know why they stopped riding. But we know this: somewhere in America, someone bought this motorcycle new in 1965. They signed the papers, rolled it out of the dealer, and felt, for the first time, completely free. AI restores what time takes, not the scratches and the dents. Those are the story, but the potential. What it was when it was new, what it was when someone loved it. Some machines are too important to forget. The Panhead is one of them. The golden age of Harley-Davidson lasted 20 years. It produced machines that are still on the road today. It created a sound, a feeling, and a mythology that no amount of corporate mismanagement or foreign competition could permanently destroy. This is what endurance looks like. This is rust to glory.